Is this the one that talks about killing a brother? Yeah. Let me on over my dead body. How's that? No cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat. Ropes wasn't my fault. Wasn't his fault. Saw the whole thing. Lies. Should have waited. I kind of want to figure out. This guy has a brother. What two people have the same last name? If any two people have the same last name. We got a Peters, Shirley, Hagen, Booth, Brennan. We know there's not two Brennans. Dude was speaking decent English. So Nathan Peters, Samuel Peters. So that could be brothers. Or any others. James Anderson, Walker. I'm not seeing any other brothers. Or like any other paired last names in that way. Other than the ones we already know. Haas Scott / Witterell. And the wife. We also already know is dead. Abigail, there it is. I'm not seeing anyone else having shared last names, so that seems solid. If someone's calling out brothers, Nathan and Samuel. Which... Shit. Which one was that? It was after this, for sure. Pretty sure it was after the Doom. Maybe I'm crazy? No, because I'm gonna get to the end, so it's before that. Heck, where was that part? Not during the Doom, because that'd be fucked up. Soldiers of the Sea is another big fighty section. Is it, like, really early? How did I manage to lose this guy? Fuck. We just saw the image a minute ago. Bunch of people in the boats dying. I should have marked this better in my brain. I've made a mistake. Not the first one, this one. Okay, it's the beginning of the... It's the fucking start of the Doom. Okay. Let's try to go to the start of the Doom. Take a look at that guy a little more carefully. Or who I think was saying that. It's the guy who killed the other guy. Seems clear. Is it you? Yeah, this one.
Let me on.
So this guy. That guy over there is one of the Peterses.
Get in the boat. Before I forget, you killed my brother. What?
So this guy... I'm just gonna say the other Peter. I'm just gonna put Samuel Peters. Mostly because it could be either Peter. What was the other Peter, position-wise? Nathan, Seaman, Samuel. They're both Seaman. So, like, outfit isn't something I'm going to be able to try to figure out. Crushed by cargo. If this is his brother...
That was an accident.
Hey, you.
No probes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
That guy. He was... So this is about the, by one of the Peters. This is about the beginning. So he's one of the people up on the top. So this guy is the other Peter. Again, I don't know which Peter is which. But I feel solid about those two being Peterses. Yeah, I can always swap them. And if I go all the way back to that memory, which I think I'm going to do for a moment here. We're just doing a little deduction. Today we're going way heavier on the deduction than we did on our first night. That's for sure. But if we head all the way back down to the bottom here. So far the deduction has been going pretty smoothly, all things considered. We've already got, what, like 9 people today or something? Much faster than we were doing last time. We also have a lot more information already. Like, this guy's one of the Peterses, right? So, that guy... The other Peters is blaming this guy. For... what we can see is definitely a snapped rope up on top. Or seems like a snapped rope up on top. Who is you? Can I please? There we go. Not him. Someone saying I was there, it was an accident. Could have been fucking, like, any of these guys, basically. Okay, so rope snaps. One of the Peterses blames specifically this guy for their brother's death. Okay. Becomes more necessary to deduce the more you get? I mean, yes. Very true. Okay. Back to what we were doing a moment ago. Which was... going towards, like, the way other side of the book. Oh, it's gonna be faster to do this. We were at the end. We figured this boy out. There's one dude dead in the end that, we fucking... He's still blurry. The game doesn't think I can figure out who that is. Here's just a bunch of named people. We don't know which one's which. Unknown fate. I mean, he was stabbed. So knifed. I just don't know by who. It was not the officer. It could be an officer's mate. The guy that was being talked to. Stabs him and then gets his head blown off. This guy was clubbed by Brennan. Don't know which officer this is, though. By whom? Yes, I'm doing bad American English. My bad. So that's this guy. Don't know this guy's name. Could be a mate. Not sure. Could be the helmsman? He's got like his own hat. I don't know. This was shot by a passenger. Can I put unknown passenger? Yes. So this was a passenger. This guy... Let's go look at this one again. We know he was stabbed. We know when. I just need to double check the dude in the picture, basically. See if I have a better idea of who he is at this point. If I can put officer or something. Unknown officer.
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
Oh, look out!
Stabbed by this guy. Absolutely no fucking clue who this guy is. Absolutely not. Just that guy. Didn't even get a good look at his face. Him. No clue at all. He's got the stripy shirt. That's all I can say. This guy, just someone in the back saying let them go. Killed by sword. Killed by this fucking guy right here. Who then gets shot by a passenger. Paul Lookout. Alright, if we look at crew again, who is named Paul? How many Pauls we got? I think this is how we named someone Paul earlier. Paul Moss. One of the mates. Is there a different Paul? No. Okay. And then the game is nice enough to show us who died. Last one, move quick. I'm pretty sure Paul's the one who's dead. Because he's saying last one, move quick, and saying... No, hold on. Paul Lookout, stop, let them go. Stop, let them go. Considering she shoots this guy, the guy who wins this fight is probably not Paul, who she calls out to. So this guy has got to be Paul. I cannot see this guy being anyone other than Paul. First mate's steward from Wales. Aye. Does that make these two dudes stewards as well? Because they got, like, the same outfit? Quite possibly. See, 4 dressed like that. How many stewards we got? Five stewards. Captains, and 1 for each mate. Alright. And assuming that's Paul, No, that doesn't really help us. Okay, but there's 5 of these. One of them's from Sweden. I haven't heard anyone that feels like they have a particularly Swedish accent. Um... Who would be the captain steward, then? Might just not be in this image. They could be dead already by this point, and technically... I see any more stewards in one of these other pictures? One showing up more than once? Not really. Are there 5 guys dressed like that stand? No, there's only 4. That's why I'm a little bit like, where's the 5th steward? Those are the midsmen. We were right about them. There is, like, quite a bit of being able to sort of, like, people with similar jobs are sticking together in some of this shit, you know? And I get it. Being friends with each other. I only see 4 of them. The captain's steward might be dressed differently. In a way, I would argue that, like, the mates are already basically the captain's stewards, which is something. Let's put unknown steward on all these guys. I feel like they are probably the stewards. Or at least all of them are stewards, if for no other reason other than they have the exact same outfits. And that kind of worked for these 3. A steward's like a butler, totally hooked on their superior officer. True. True. The mates are more like for delegating rather than serving, I suppose. Like, is this the other steward? He has somewhat similar. The fact that he's next to this guy who's one of the mates, like, this could be the last steward right here. And considering he's this guy, 2 of the stewards saying, hey, let's take these passengers and get the fuck out of here. Fuck this boat. Pretty much the same color jacket. I think this might be the last steward. Steward. Okay. Okay. We know this man's Brennan right here. Hey, Brennan. Way to go, Brennan. Henry Brennan. Okay. Okay. Let's get back out of here. We got another half hour of deducing we can do here. We've made like 9 or something so far tonight. We're doing pretty good. We were in the escape. Kind of bounced around a little bit, I feel like. That's okay. Thomas Lake, we don't know who did it. Shot by not sure. Shot by one of the passengers. Stabbed by the guy who was shot. Still just not fucking sure what the hell is going on with this guy. And not sure if that's who this guy is. We put that guy down for that because he was talking about the Frenchman, and the Frenchman is Busson's mate, and so we made that jump. But also, it did not confirm in a way that was annoying. Let's try to find him in the Doom. We can't do the bargain. We'll have to look at these guys. Some of these dudes, like, fell off the boat or something. Let's start with her. That dude looks like he was bleeding out after whatever happened to him in the Doom. We have to try to find him in the Doom. I can't go under from here. He gets shot later. During the escape. Here's one of the mates. Paul. I think this is Paul, right? Protecting the fucking passengers. Not too surprising. Can't go up that. Can't go up that. That's not him. Okay, this is where his arm gets torn off. Okay. His arm gets torn off by the beast. He bleeds out afterwards. What would they call that? Expired said old age. Well, that ain't it. Illness is like a weird way of putting it. I wasn't struck by that stuff. Could argue torn apart. I can see that argument. It's not exactly crushed. He's not decapitated. Yeah, this is one of those ones that's really hard to assign, because, like, he bled out after the beast does something to him. I think torn apart is the closest. Even though the guy I actually want to put torn apart for is fucking this guy. Who I thought is his Frenchman, but it's not. For some reason. More than one person can be torn apart? Totally, totally. But, like, losing an arm and getting, like, torn apart does not feel the same to me. Losing an arm and getting, like, literally torn in half. So this guy I have as an unknown officer, right? Yeah. You're just some fucking guy. Who's this? The Chinese dudes. Now, I can admit, him being here, asking where's my Frenchman, and not knowing he was torn apart when it looks like this guy was torn apart before this guy loses his arm. Borderline right in front of the man. You'd think he would know. back and listen to that scene. There's 3 people in it, right? Okay, part 1.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
It's the squid. Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
The cat. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
A curse like that does not live for nothing.
Okay. First mate. No. Right, not first mate. The mate that was clubbed by Brennan. So this is them saying the captain can't be trusted. This guy dies. They start going, hey, mutiny time. This guy's definitely the one saying, where's my Frenchman? This is the only Frenchman is Charles Minor. I feel like that guy has to be the fucking Bousson. Bosun? Just, I'm seeing French and saying, oh, I have to French it up. I feel decent about this one, just not about the wording of how he died. I just don't know who they're fucking saying is the Frenchman. If I look at the picture, this guy's already dead. He was not torn apart by no beast. There's one other dude with a top hat, right? One other top hat guy. Am I going crazy? This guy. Are there top hats saying they're the bosun and bosun's mate? Like, is this the French guy? It looks like he's the one calling fire. Let's go to murder. Murder part 2. Ready, aim, ready men, aim, fire. Let's listen to that line again. See if that sounds like a French guy. And then see if we can figure out where the fuck that dude is. See if that connects the dots at all. Alright, we're listening for the ready, aim, fire.
You have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Quiet.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men.
No, Mr. Wolf is the one that says that, not fucking Minor. Okay, so if that guy's Mr. Wolf, you. Mr. Wolf. That's the gunner? Telling them ready, aim, fire. Seems right. The artist showed him saying it. He's doing the arm motion. He's the one standing next to the fire. Like, this has got to be Wolf. No other wolves, right? There shouldn't be. Considering we did the name check for brothers already. Alright, it's her wolf. And he was blasted by a cannon. By a terrible beast. Is what we wrote. I know where he dies. They said torn apart. Let me find that corpse again here. Down here. So that would be this guy? Okay. So that's Mr. Wolf. Definitely not a Frenchman. Definitely blasted by a cannon. Like, there's no doubt about what happened to this man. I did say by a terrible beast. I can see an argument for them saying, hey, that's not actually how we want to count that. Him being down here by the guns makes sense. I don't know who his mate would be, because he has a gunner's mate. I would expect them to maybe be one of these other guys down here. That's Brennan. Don't know who that is. This could be the gunner's mate, then? Maybe? I don't know if he's always around the gunner. I don't know why Tattoo Guy seems to be so hard to name. You'd think like that would be one of the easy ones. The Belay Spark. Are you Gunner? Or Wolf, I mean, yeah. Who's behind him? Just some fucking dude. Well, that's gonna get blasted. They did not get to belay the spark. This just looks like some guy. I can't imagine that's the gunner's mate. That's just some guy. Brennan. Some guy. That boy. Stab someone later. He is down here with the guns. He does have, like, a gun thing. Or I guess he's picking it up. He might be just trying to help out. Not someone who belongs here. That's where this gets tricky. Is like... At some point, the guys doing this are not all gunners. They're just fucking crewmates, you know? But also, where did this guy end up? I guess he also is blasted in that last scene. Go back to Wolf's death again here. Did I miss seeing bits of him, or what? There's a tentacle outside. He was trying to lift the tentacle off of Wolf. This is Wolf. That blasts. I don't see the other guy. Oh, I'm clipping into some barrels at all here. You'd imagine he also got blasted. There's no, like, piece of him here. I don't see him in that scene. Which is weird. Right? He's trying to pull the tentacle. Cannon goes off. You expect it hits both of them. But we only see one body at all. That's the dude who got crushed. There's Top Hat. Assume his top hat. I would have expected to see that guy, like, over here having moved. That guy feels like he just disappeared. And this dude is closer. So I can't imagine the cannon blast did, like, more damage to the other guy. I don't see him out the window at all. Where does this fucking guy end up? Super weird. Feel like I'm missing something here, chat. That's okay. Continue what we were doing with our book here. And I can't name that guy, but that's fine. We were going back. This guy we named, it's Mr. Wolf. Pretty clear. We got that one already. We don't know this guy's name, but it seems to think we could probably figure it out. I'm a little surprised by. The one. Alright, the doom starts... I don't think it starts, like, immediately after soldiers. He's the first one to go. Don't get any names in that first section, do we? When stuff's getting loose? Orlop Stern? There's someone named Orlop? Orlop. That's a boating term? I don't know that one. I don't see nobody named Orlop. Okay. Seems like that's just a fucking seaman, though. Most likely. Like, maybe a top man, but probably a seaman. Orlus, not Orlop. Or gunner's mate, Poland. Hoist away, lower away. I don't know about those ones. Hell of people present for bitter cold. Like 2 deaths in bitter cold we haven't found. I just missed something when we did the cow.